What is up, everyone? JD here. I hope you're doing well today. Really excited to get into this new model from Quiet Carry. Let's jump into it. All right, guys, I got the Quiet Carry catch in, and I'm very excited to check this one out with you all. I was very intrigued by this one. It looked like it would be a fantastic utility-shaped blade that I could work with, and I'm really digging the knurling on here. I did take it down to the garage. The Van X on here came with a fantastic factory edge. Absolutely dove into the catalog paper with no issues whatsoever. Absolutely sliced through that cardboard, just ripping through every single cut without any issues whatsoever. And it did great with those utility cuts, which is exactly what I thought this would do. So ergos were extremely comfortable, surprisingly locked in. This was a little bit smaller than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a little bit closer to my Quiet Carry 9, and again, it did come in just slightly smaller. I am hanging off of the back slightly there, but it's also a thinner profile overall. So I was expecting something height-wise to be a little bit closer. You know, sometimes it's deceptive when you look at pictures and you read specs and you see other reviewers' channels, but I was expecting it to just have a little bit more height on it going through it, but I think this was meant to be more of a smaller, more discreet carry. And the pocket clip on here, actually, it's really tight. So going in and out of the pocket for me, it was catching a little bit. I was having to kind of angle and push in to get it to go into the pocket. So I wish that they would have just carried the length out a little bit, maybe have it land on top of here, because it has a internal and external relief cut, which I haven't really seen done before, but this is so minuscule and minute that I think you could probably just chamfer that, and it really shouldn't potentially be a problem going in and out of the pocket. Having said that, they give you some relief here by bringing this up a little bit further than the lock bar side, and they chamfer it, but they leave good thickness on here so it's not sharp, and it's super easy to disengage. The detent is dialed on this one, guys. It's very snappy without being too aggressive, so I do like that. Thumb studs with the detent, going to be a really good deployment on there. This also has a clamshell style design. I thought it was an integral for a minute, but you can see very discreetly or very faintly that it does have that line there where it kind of clamps down. So everything is screwing into this side here. So the flat side here that's that you remove for the disassembly is going to come apart, and then it looks like this is, and I don't know if I'll be able to see that on camera, but it looks like, yeah, it is screwed in from the underside. So once you, I think that's a good angle. That is really bright. Let me dim that down, guys. There we go. There you go. You can see it. Once you take this scale off, you can remove that pocket clip. It is not reversible. It just has relief cuts on there. You wouldn't have been able to reverse it anyway. It is notched to fit in there specifically. So totally 100% right hand only, and I think that kind of makes sense. The frame lock is on the opposite side. As I mentioned, very comfortable jumping on the back, very comfortable with the pinch grip, just surprisingly locked in right here. Like, this is a super locked in position. It feels very comfortable, very natural. They did mill all around the edges here, so no hot spots on this whatsoever. Just very comfortable. Let's do some size comparisons, and then we'll wrap up with final thoughts and impression, guys. All right, guys, so here it is next to my Spyderco Manix 2 lightweight and my Devo Knives mini growler, and you can see it's actually a little bit closer in size to that mini growler. Let me grab a couple more, and then we'll grab the scale. All right, here it is against the Kunwu Padre for a full-size comparison and my Quiet Carry 9. And as I mentioned, I was expecting it to be around the size of the Quiet Carry 9, and it ended up being a little bit smaller. But I really think this would be an awesome companion carry for the 9. You have more of a clip point, multi-purpose EDC knife here, and then you have with the catch a little bit of a smaller companion size carry that's going to be better suited for more utility work. So I thought that was an interesting call out. Let me go ahead and grab the scale and we'll check the weight on this one. All right, got the scale out here. Let's cut her on. Make sure you can see the weight and check the weight on this one. Coming in at a very respectable 3.2 ounces. And I say respectable because I wasn't sure with that clamshell style assembly. Lord, words are hard, whether or not that would affect the weight, but I think the compact size on this one and the slim nature of this one really do help keep that weight down. So very good weight, and again, didn't feel heavy holding and or carrying this one. Let me get the scale out of here, and then we'll go ahead and wrap it up with final thoughts and impressions. All right, final thoughts and impressions on this one. I really enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I was going to. So here's the range of emotions. I saw it and it really caught my eye and it grabbed me, and I just really liked the styling on this one a lot. I got it in, and when I pulled it out of the package, my heart sunk a little bit because I was like, oh, it's so much smaller than I thought it was going to be. Then I started handling it, cutting with it, using it, and spending some time with it, and I felt, wow, this really works. This is one of those small knives, call it medium if you want to, that really do work. Ergonomically, they designed it very good so that it doesn't have any hot spots. My hand locks into it nearly fully. Yeah, I'm hanging off the back a little bit, but I understand I have large hands and that most people aren't going to experience that. For most people, I think you're really going to enjoy this one. As much as I love the 9, I think that this one here would be a fantastic companion carry that's going to do more and better for you with utility work. So when I say utility work, when you're trying to get into packages, when you want to flip it over and you need to trace cut, or you need to do some detailed work in that pinch grip, it's really fantastic. I only imagine with someone that has smaller hands, you're going to probably even land in a little bit of a better situation or a better spot on here. They did a really good job with the static wash on here. Quiet Carry's thumb studs are so good. I don't know who does the milling for them or if they bring them in-house, wherever they're getting them from. Fantastic. The knurling is really well done. It is textured but not aggressive, so it doesn't feel offensive or anything like that. And then it's really interesting here. I don't know if the lighting will catch it, but with that contouring at the height of the cut, because they didn't want to go too far down, you can kind of see a little spot there. I actually like that little bit of character that it gives because it only picks up in certain lighting. So dead on, I don't think you can really see it. But again, if you hit it just right in the lighting, you can catch it a little bit. So it kind of plays and bends with the light a little bit there. You do have bearings in the pivot. If I know Kevin, shout out and thanks to Kevin for letting me check this one out. I imagine there's skiffs in here. But I have experienced quiet carry knives with their factory bearings, and they're fantastic. They're ceramic with the Delrin style washers, so really good. Again, my only apprehension here is it is a little bit smaller than I thought it was going to be, and I do hope that conveys to you guys that may be interested in this one. If you don't like them terribly small, it is going to be a little tight, but man, it is so comfortable. It's no worse than if you use the chamfer here with your hand. Again, I hang off a little bit there. I generally, when I cut with this, I end up choking into the trigger position and just ignoring that chamfer anyway, is how I use the 9, and I do like the extra height on the 9. But this is so good. Really like this one. All right, I'm going to go ahead and score it and stop rambling on. I grade on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest that you can get, 10 being the absolute best that you can get. What I take into account is price, performance, experience is going to be everything that I take into account for this one. Did it cut good? Does it fidget well? Does it have a good detent? Does it feel like it's solid and it's going to last a long time? Is it comfortable to use? Does it look good? The attention to the detail, was it done right? My only complaint and the only thing that holds me back a little bit is this pocket clip is a little tight. I would have liked for it to be a little bit longer. Maybe if you could just do an internal relief cut, but maybe that affects the detent and the lockout on this one. I'm not 100% sure. A little small, not a deal breaker, because the ergas are so comfortable, even though it is a little small. I mean, I would have liked just maybe like a 1/4 of an inch longer just so I could get my big meat hands on here. But again, maybe it's meant to be a companion. Maybe it's better suited to be a light duty carry. Okay, I am procrastinating a little bit. I think I am going to land at I'm going to go 8.8. 8.8. I think this is really well done. I think the pocket clip and a little bit more length on the size here for me would have bumped it into the 9s. The pocket clip really held it back more than the size because, truth be told, it's super comfortable, guys. It is almost tempting to grab it to be a companion carry, and if you're interested, the only ones that were left when I checked the website were the black washed blades with the static wash. Black washed handles with the static wash blades were the only ones that were left. All the stone washed ones gone, and it said that these are limited, so I don't know if they'll bring them back. They sold very well. I think they definitely could bring this back. It would be a popular model going forward. So I just don't know where it's at. Let me know what you think about the catch down in the comments below. Again, I really liked this one a lot and made a really big impression on me for being such a small knife. If you enjoyed the video, a like would be appreciated. Affiliate links down below for you if you're going to be doing it in shopping. When you use my links, it helps the channel. Special thank you to my channel members. I appreciate your loyal support, guys. It's amazing. I'm out of here. I hope you have a fantastic week. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.